Alright, so when I filmed my watch collection video just a few days ago, I definitely didn't expect any big changes coming so soon, but here we are sat with this beautiful FedEx overnight box with a very special new watch in it, and I'm actually going to be changing up my collection quite a bit based on this, which I'll talk about later in the video. But yeah, very funny timing. My collection had been pretty stable, and then this came up and I decided to change some things up because I had to have this piece. And so without any further babbling, let's just get this opened up. Inside this box, we have another box. And an envelope. This is not meant to just be an unboxing sort of video, but this is not a new watch, so of course no particular packaging is coming with it other than this. This is cool. We'll get to that in a moment. Do not bend, it says. And all right, moment of truth. The first sighting. Wow. So it's probably given away in the title, but this is another Universal Genève for my collection, the Polerouter Sub, which I've been lusting after for quite a while. Wow, that is incredibly clean. Looks like new despite being from the 60s. Incredible condition. The dial is immaculate. Case is sharp and crisp. Bracelet has some bend to be expected, but original and very rare to find. Everything on it looks perfect. Let's see if it's close enough to my size for now. Oh wow, I think it's perfect. That is pretty sweet. First impressions, holy shit. Looks crazy, just looks amazing. So crisp and just new. Let's look at this and then I'll get into some specifics about the piece itself. This is an original advertisement which shows this exact configuration. I want to make sure I open this very carefully. Wow, so this is super cool. This looks to have been cut out of a magazine of some kind and shows the exact configuration. So that is showing the exact handset, the exact dial configuration, bezel as this watch. So that is a very cool thing to hang on to, because a lot of times, there's different configurations and it can be hard to know what's original necessarily. So here I can see, yep, that is the way it came, most likely. Definitely going to have to put that somewhere safe, but let's get into a few specifics and then like I said, I want to talk about how my collection will be shifting around a bit now. But so as I said, this is a Universal Genève Polerouter Sub automatic. This would have been from about the early 60s, I believe. And this is the second gen, or maybe mid 60s, or probably early to mid 60s. I'll look into it a little more specifically, but this is the second gen Polerouter Sub, which has the asymmetrical case that extends on the crown side. It's of course the Art Deco dial design with the 1269, the Art Deco numeral. Bakelite bezel, black, looks great, just fantastic looking, damn. And this is on the original bracelet. This has, I'm not going to open it right now for this video, but this has the micro rotor, which I'm obsessed with. So cool. I think micro rotors are some of the coolest movements. If you don't know what that means, it means the rotor, rather than going around the entire back, it's just a little teeny small rotor off to one side. Just a cool little feature. And yeah, I just think, obviously there are Rolex Submariners and other famous dive watches, but these, I just am obsessed with Universal Genève, and this is just such a cool watch. I think these over time are definitely going to go up and become even rarer than they are. I mean, I would say it's harder to find a good condition one of these than a Rolex Submariner of a similar era, though that would have gone up more by now, of course, but still, just very cool and undervalued and underappreciated in the long term. So I'm a huge fan. Everything on this feels perfectly crisp and smooth. Super nice. Very impressed for sure. Last thing before I show you which pieces are leaving because of this one, because I want to scale down just slightly as I add this one in. Just want to give a shout out to the seller because his Instagram and website are incredible. I've been following for a while. He's not a dealer, but just probably my favorite collector. And when I saw he was selling this from his own collection, I had to get it. But his Instagram and website are Bazamu, BAZAMU.com, or at Bazamu on Instagram. Just like look at his collection, and he does these write-ups on each piece. Even this one is there's a feature article on his website, and that guy has some incredible tastes and really has put together an amazing collection. So I'm happy to have one that was approved by his collection. And yeah, let me grab the pieces which are now on the chopping block thanks to this one. All right, so these are the ones being kicked out by this one, unfortunately. If you want to see these in further breakdown, I literally just did a full collection video right before all of this changed. So this is my Aquaterra, which I'll definitely miss, but you know, I just don't think I need it anymore. This was my flagship piece for years at one point, but I just don't find myself wearing it. The electric blue is incredible. It looks amazing, but I don't wear it enough, and I think I can do without it. The Nomos Club, which I added back in relatively recently, but I just think this is probably one of the most replaceable ones in the collection, and I think I can survive without it. I can always add it back in again if I feel like I'm missing it. I'll skip to here. This is the Omega Admiralty. I mentioned in the collection video that I kind of bought this to potentially resell originally, hung on to it, wasn't sure. Always lusted after these, but just didn't love it as much on the wrist. But I think that means it's one of the first to go. Yeah, and then this one is probably the one I would feel the worst about, but I literally do not really ever wear this. But just this Omega Seamaster chubby case from the mid-50s. Just a super clean, crisp example, crosshair dial, but I think as my collection hones in and I get some heavier hitters, it makes sense to chop off some of these. So these ones will be missed, but this one is going to be sticking around in their place. So yeah, super excited. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about this piece, and check out that collection video if you have not already. For anybody not subscribed to my channel, definitely do that. Definitely check out my previous videos. These are a little bit off topic for my channel, but I mostly talk about entrepreneurship, life improvement types of things, and a few obsessions like watches and Porsches occasionally get mixed in. So if those types of things sound interesting to you, definitely do subscribe and check out the other videos. Smash the like button, leave comments. Those things help the YouTube algorithm gods and are much appreciated. So thanks for watching. See ya.